This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. All right. Well, we are starting day one of a 3-day mini series. We have Adrian Moran here, and she is the owner of Simplified Social LLC. I'll give you a little background on her. Adrian is a senior at The Ohio State University, majoring in business and specializing in marketing, agriculture, communications, and leadership studies. She is very entrepreneurial spirited with passions of event coordination and social media management and interest in organization, productivity, and mindset. With her up and coming marketing agency, we are excited to have her share tips and tricks that business owners can implement to make the most of their time and resources. So as we go along, Adrian will take questions at the very end of her presentation. Also, in the chat box, her link is there where you can go to a Google Sheet, share your email so she can contact you, or you can contact her with any questions. And I will be updating that periodically. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Adrian.
Great. Thank you so much, Lisa. And thank you all for hopping on. I am so honored to be able to teach this course. Through a leadership capstone class, I was able to start my business and host these wonderful workshops for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Was I muted the entire time?
I'm sorry. I went to mute everybody and it muted you. So
That's
I
okay.
apologize.
Nope, I can start over. So hello, welcome. I am so honored to be able to teach this class. Today we are kicking off our workshop series talking about all of the business tools of Google. So I'm going to dive into a few of my favorite business tools of Google. They are all free, which is amazing for business owners. And then at the end, we will take questions before we have to hop off here at 12:30. So just to kind of dive right in, along with what Lisa said, my name is Adrian. I'm a senior up here at The Ohio State University, where I currently study marketing, and then I have 2 minors, one in agricultural communications and one in leadership studies. So I've done a wide, vast array of work experiences and student involvements and organizations that have really qualified me to present this information to you today. I recently launched my new business. It's called Simplified Social LLC, and I thought it would be great to showcase some of my services that I offer and how I could be an asset to your business or organization. So a little thing that you should know about me is that I'm a type A individual. I love organization, productivity, all of that jazz. I have 2 wonderful dogs. I love exploring, traveling the world, and more than likely, I will never be caught with a coffee. But without my coffee, I should say, but I've recently hopped on the Stanley trend. So we are going to go ahead and dive in today. Like Lisa said, there will be a link thrown in the chat for you to put your email in there and join my email communications list. But we are going to dive right in. So grab those notebooks, pull out those pen and papers, and we are going to dive right into 3 of my favorite Google tools for your business. So number 1 is Google Drive. Google Drive has, so many things built within it that we're going to explore a few of those. Additionally, Google Calendar, if you love to stay organized but are a busy individual in your organization, in your business, you have got to start using Google Calendar and all of the features that it entails. And then lastly is Google My Business. So if you are a new business, a startup, looking to, try and reach that target audience, grow your following on social media, and really gain more clients and customers, that is going to be your best friend. So moving on, we're going to dive right into Google Drive. So when you think of Google Drive, you might think of things like Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. However, there are so many more features that Google Drive has to help your business. And so I want to touch on 3 of them here today. And the first one is Google Jamboard. So essentially Google Jamboard, if you have never heard of this, it's a digital whiteboard that lets you collaborate with your team in real time. So you can essentially create a whiteboard. You can go ahead and create that template. So this can be used in classroom, this can be used in team meetings, etc. And the files are automatically saved, just like any other Google document, form, sheet, etc. And you can view and edit them from anywhere with an internet connection. So on the next slide, you will see a preview of what Google Jamboard looks like. Additionally, we have Google Forms. So this is that link that is in the chat. It will take you to my Google form, and essentially it will allow you, this platform, to create quizzes and surveys. So if you're looking for feedback, which we will send a feedback form and would greatly appreciate any input that you would have towards these workshops. But it's great because it can also collect all of your responses and export them into a spreadsheet for you. So it's nice to take all of the information from all these multiple individuals and combine them into one document that is easily readable and can be used in multiple different ways. It's a versatile tool that can be used for various applications for gathering RSVPs or getting feedback, as I had said. And then another one that I have recently just picked up using is Google Keep. And so if you love organization and love notes, I am a big avid user of the Notes app on my phone. I've recently transferred over to Google Keep. So it's a note-taking service that allows you to organize your notes and find what you're looking for even faster. I love it because you can filter your notes by color, label, attributes. They have checklists. So with the little bullet point boxes that you can easily go in and check, you can strike through things, and you can also pin the super important ones as well. So if you have used any of these tools within Google Drive, throw a 1 in the chat for me. I would love to see, or if you have a favorite one, maybe throw that in the chat, just to kind of gauge our audience here. And so while we are doing that, I appreciate the engagement. I'm definitely an individual that thrives on feedback, engagement. So feel free to throw anything in the chat. So using these tools in your business. So I wanted to give you, snapshots of what each of them would look like. So Google Jamboard here on the left, you'll notice that they are essentially like a bunch of sticky notes that different individuals can type their ideas. They can put feedback in. It's very easy to read. And I have found that this is just a great way. For example, if you are creating content and want to brainstorm all of your ideas, you could write each idea down on a sticky note here and then easily categorize it into like a calendar view or sort it out by weeks. Next, we have Google Forms. So if you're not familiar with Google Forms, they have tons of templates. They're super duper customizable, which I absolutely love. And they have a variety of questions that you can ask. So these are anything from short answer to paragraph, multiple choice, a select all that apply with the check boxes. They also do drop boxes, different things like that, that can allow you to encompass so many different types of questions and really gauge what you're looking for. So you'll notice here at the top, they have a questions tab, they have a responses, and then they also have a settings tab. So in the settings, you can collect email addresses from individuals that take the form, or that fill out the form. So essentially what that means is that you then have email lists or emails that you can integrate into your communications for future reference. And then lastly here is Google Keep over here on the right. So this is just a snapshot of some different layouts that you could do. Like I said, you can color them very differently. You have checkboxes, you can strike through, to-do list. They are great. And I love that you can access this all from the Google platform. So all of these can be used on a laptop, on an iPad, on a phone, which is super duper nice for multiple people in a team. So next, we're going to dive into Google Calendar. This has got to be one of my favorite tools of Google. I absolutely love it. I have always been a paper planner girl. And then about a year ago, I switched to an iPad planner because I carry my iPad around with me everywhere. And then here in my senior year at college, I've recently noticed that I'm just a lot more on my laptop. I'm running my businesses from my laptop. I'm doing my classwork from my laptop. And so I needed something that is easily accessible from my phone and my laptop. And that is where I found out about Google Calendar. If you are like me, I love that you can make it aesthetically pleasing to fit any colors, color palettes that I like. But essentially, Google Calendar allows you to manage events, organize your daily tasks, and set reminders. So the less apps for me, the better. So I absolutely love, with all of this Google, all of these tools, that they can easily be integrated into multiple apps. And so the key in Google Calendar, and I think this is where many business owners struggle, is creating multiple calendars. So you'll see in this picture here on the right hand side how they have various calendars for different tasks. So for me, for example, I have one for classes. I have one for the Fisher College of Business and the things that I do up here. I have something for my sorority and something for Simplified Social. So I have a different calendar and a different color assigned to each of those specific things. And when you create your calendars, you want to be very specific. Just like you had seen here in this picture. And so to create those various calendars and color code them, you will essentially open up the Google Calendar on your laptop. You will click settings up in the top right corner. You'll click add calendar and then create a new calendar. So from there, you can add the name of it and change the color as well. You also have the ability to share it with others in your organization. So let's say you are the CEO of an organization and you have multiple people below you, or you're working on a team and you have an individual that takes a lot of phone calls. This is great because you can share specific calendars with them. You don't have to share all of them. And they have that then to access your availability, which is super nice if someone's picking up the phone. Oh, Lisa is currently not in the office. She'll be available Friday at 10 a.m. That's just a quick example. And you can do this by, going up to settings and then clicking settings for my calendar, choosing the calendar that you want to share, scrolling down and click share with specific people or groups and enter their emails. Additionally, I love that with Google Calendar, you can include specific details such as locations, attachments, or adding guests or clients. So for example, if you were to create an event that the social media workshop was happening, let's say, for example, up here at The Ohio State University, you could easily add the location. And then when it pops up as a reminder on your phone for the event, you can just click on it and it will automatically take you into Google Maps to take you there. So you don't have to worry about, stressing, oh no, where am I supposed to go? I need an address. It's all right there in the app integrated in. Let's say you have a board meeting coming up 6 p.m. on Monday night, and you want to go ahead and attach the agenda to that. You have the ability to do so, which is super duper nice as well. And then you can add guests or clients. So if you're setting up interviews for a potential candidate, you have the opportunity to add their emails and send them an invite to the event. And the last thing I love about Google Calendar is that it's easily accessible on laptops, tablets, and phones. So one thing that I absolutely love is connecting your Google Calendar with your scheduling service. So if your business requires anything like scheduling client consultations, team meetings, or one-on-ones, I like to use Calendly. It's free for business owners, and I provided a screenshot of what it looks like here down in the bottom corner when I connected mine to my Google Calendar. So I love that it not only connects to my Google Calendar, but it also checks my calendar for conflicts. So it will create my availability based on what I already have in my calendar, and it will automatically add events to my calendar when something is scheduled, which is just one less step that I have to do, and anything that makes life a little easier. Am I right? So some tips and tricks for Google Calendar. I have recently found these out and they have been life-changing. If you click D, W, M, or A on your keyboard, it will automatically take you to that specific view. So rather than scrolling through all the months, clicking through the weeks, if you just click W, it will take you to that specific week. If you click agenda, it will provide you with an agenda. Additionally, if you are a busy individual like me, where your schedule is always changing and you hate just going in and having to edit every single event to change it, you can easily drag the event on your laptop from Monday to Friday if it's the same time. You can also use the vertical like integrators in there to change the time as well. So if an event is going to be longer, feel free to grab that bottom of the event and just drag it down a little bit. You can also set up recurring events. So for me, I'm going to give you an example. I am hosting these workshops today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And with that being said, I just set reoccurring event, same time every single day, on Zoom as well. So when you create the event for the first time, you're going to click the drop down menu that says doesn't repeat, and it will allow you to say if it recurs yearly, every Monday, every 2 weeks, that kind of thing. And that is totally customizable for you. If you then click an event, so if I had it reoccurring and then on Friday, it doesn't happen anymore. I go to click that event on Friday and I go to delete it. It will say, do you want to delete this event or do you want to delete this and all of the following events? So I can click this and all of the following events, and that will help there. And then I also suggest connecting it to a booking system. A lot of booking systems do connect to calendars, which is super duper beneficial, but I personally love Calendly. Okay, and then last here is Google My Business. So this can vary for depending upon the type of businesses that you are running, different organizations that you're running. So I don't want to dive too much into this, but essentially Google My Business is if you were to search restaurants near me and all of the restaurants near your location pop up, that is what essentially Google My Business is. So it highlights the essential info and shows you like what makes your business unique on Google. So this turns people who find you on Google search and on maps into new customers. And so you can create a free business profile for your storefront or your service area, and you can personalize it with photos, offers, services, posts, and more. So essentially it allows you to create posts, offers, as well as events. It allows you to easily connect with customers, and you can show what you offer, whether that be products or services. All right. So the benefits of Google My Business, there are multiple, but a few of the highlights is discovering what keywords people search to find you and get insights on how many calls you receive from Google, reviews, bookings, and more to understand how your business connects with the consumers. So along with Google My Business, Google has Google Analytics. And so really diving deeper into, okay, I have my business on Google, but am I leveraging the information that I'm receiving from it? Because ultimately it is free for you. Additionally, it helps list helpful business info up front and save time by posting answers to FAQs. So it also allows your customers to answer questions as well, which is super duper nice. So if you have someone coming to you and you're like, are you open at 6 p.m. on Fridays? You may post your hours on Google. And you can always regulate them, edit them. They'll go through the reviewed process. Additionally, it'll allow you message with customers directly. So you can pause messaging or create automated responses at any times. And I know that automated responses are something that is up and coming in the social media world, whether that be through your Facebook. And so it's nice to have them on Google as well. And then additionally, it adds posts to your business profile to promote special offers, events, and updates to keep customers in the loop. And so you can just see right here in the screenshot on the right-hand side of the screen, this is kind of what Google Analytics tracks. So it can track your business profile interactions, your calls, your messages for a specific time period. And, in marketing, these are huge measurements to keep track of. So with that being said, we have covered multiple different tools of business within the Google spectrum. If you are looking to seek any help or guidance on any of these, I would love to sit down with you. We could have a 20-minute one-on-one. I can also offer services to help you get your business on Google. You can feel free to get in touch with me through Facebook, by my phone number and email address, whichever you prefer. I am going to stop sharing my screen